new most painful thing ever in my life, ever. Oh, that lionfish is going to taste so good. Because he got me.
In this episode, we head to Fineke to fill our empty fridge. We find the local market, get caught in some horrible winds, and Al gets into a life or death fight with a lionfish. We are up early this morning. The sun has just risen. It is perfectly calm and we are off. Today we have a 20-mile journey to the east to a town called Fineke. We're trying to get there today because we think they have a market and we are pretty much out of food. So we're going to go and hit the local market and check out the town. It's beautiful at this time of the morning. There's no one else around. I think it's a few hours before all the tour boats come out. So a lovely time to be cruising around.
Well, we'd prefer to be sailing, but if you're going to be motoring, it might as well be absolutely glassy. Just got to prepare Dakini to go alongside for our pump out at Fineke Marina. First job, pulling in the fishing line. That's probably not been helping our cause. I think one of the hooks might have been caught up. No, it's still running properly. Next job is the fenders. You can never have too many of those. So this is Fineke, which will be the easternmost point Dakini gets on this trip, I think has ever been, and possibly will ever go. Kel's just called up the marina to tell them what's going on, and they've asked us to wait, so we're just loitering in what will probably be our anchorage area to go to the market this afternoon. Okay, yep, you're going quite quick still. Yeah, you got about 10 metres, maybe 8 metres to Lady Kate, so.
Coming in nicely now?
Yeah.
Forward.
I reckon, yeah, little heads on starboard's probably your best bet. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it's looking good. Thank you.
Al's walking us in because it's that shallow. There's another turtle, there's another turtle, there's another turtle. Turtles everywhere.
Oh goodness me, not easy to find a dinghy wharf in this place.
They definitely want you to be in the marina because it is not easier to find a spot to park your dinghy, and especially in some heavy southerly winds. But we found a spot at least for a couple of hours, so it's time to do some shopping because all we have on board I think at the moment is one orange and some frozen chicken. That's it. What did you try?
It's another baked good. I couldn't get the name, I tried. It was a struggle.
Like a simmer without a hole?
No, it's sweet.
Ah!
I think she said. It's like a sweet simmer. Oh yeah. Oh, very mildly sweetened simmer. 80 for the cherries.
That's pretty reasonable for good ones.
30 lira for a kilo of apricots. We are at the Fineke main market. It only happens on Saturdays. It was recommended to us by a British couple who we met at Anchor. It is very, very cool. It's the first market we've been in. It's been in one huge market hall. Real sense of community. I tried to buy 10 chilies to make my meneme and the guy wouldn't accept any money. There's no pushiness at all. Everyone's incredibly friendly. We're trying potato and spinach.
That was delicious. We had a potato one and a spinach one. I prefer the potato one. We've had a few spinach ones, but that was pretty up there. And like stupid cheap compared to the other places we've been. That was only, I think, 100 lira for both of those, and you get like a plate of vegetables and Al got a tea as well. Like that's crazy. That's less than 5 Australian bucks. Al is heading back to the boat with all of our groceries, and we got a lot. And it looks like the wind hasn't got any worse, so we are considering staying the night. But I just want to walk around town, so I'm heading off for a few hours to explore. It's an interesting little town. Lots of little streets. There doesn't seem to be like a real main centre hub. It seems to be fairly spread out. It is very quiet for a Saturday afternoon. And again, just no tourists. I love it. It is absolutely a very nice change with some of the little touristy coastal towns we've been to lately. Feels like this should be full. There's like little stalls and everything, but most of them are closed. I'm not sure if there's something that happens at night or if it's on a certain day of the week, but it feels like this place could be very lively at some stages. And there's home right there. Still really windy. Based on my experience of Turkey so far though, is that it normally dies down at about 9 o'clock. So fingers crossed it dies down or I'm going to be in trouble. Because I'm the one that really wanted to stay tonight. Luckily, just as my Dakini taxi, i.e. Al and the dinghy, arrived, the wind has calmed down a little bit. We've dumped the garbage. I was a good human and have got us some dinner, some takeaway, so I don't have to bother cooking and we don't have to bother coming out again because it is a bit awkward to get to the beach here. But there you go. That was the city of Fineke.
Kel is always the one who brings home the takeaways. Sort of a tradition.
It was getting late. I knew Al would be cranky because he'd been on the boat all day in the wind, and the wind has calmed down perfectly for me, my arrival home, so it worked out quite well. I'm not sure what he was worried about really. So to make it up, I bought some takeaways. We've got some sort of pie with some meat and vegetables and some rolls with chicken and salad and all sorts of stuff. And of course, everything comes with a bag of chilies. Sometimes they're quite mild and pleasant, other times they will destroy your body. So let's see. Little baggies of chilies.
Let's go to the room. Should I? Oh my god. Hard.
Okay, the trick with this is always to make sure Al tastes it first, so then I know if I'm going to eat a whole chili or a tiny bit of chili.
No chili. Squeeze some chili juice out onto your...
Wind has continued to die, and luckily I am not in too much trouble for strongly recommending we stay here tonight. It looks like it's going to be a nice, peaceful night. And tomorrow... And tomorrow, hopefully we can get out of here and get some sailing and not just have to motor back. Fingers crossed, the forecast is looking great for us, but we'll see how we go.
What are you up to, sweetie?
I'm shamelessly watching other people anchor. I feel like everyone watches us and judges us. I'm trying not to judge, but I'd like to consider this a learning experience where I watch other people anchor, look at all the different techniques out there, and then we can decide what's best for us.
I'd say Fineke is probably one of the prettier evening towns we've had. There's a really lovely lit mosque just behind the marina. This is the main marina behind us there, which is really small by Turkish standards, and certainly has very few super yachts, no gullets.
So like a normal people marina.
There you go, a normal.
That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it our first normal people marina. Another early start for us today. It's about 5:30 and we woke up to some nice northerly winds, so hopefully that'll let us sail. So the idea is we'll get going early to get around to Kekova while the wind is still favourable before it turns around and it's right into our face. Bye Fineke. It was fun. You really need a dinghy dog of some sort, but generally it was fun. And most importantly, we've restocked on fruit and veg. And just like that, both sails are up and we are sailing. There's about 10 knots of true wind and we're making good about 6.5. So a good little morning sail. We don't have to use any diesel. There's no point owning a sailboat if you're not going to sail.
Flying. Nice job, us. Early morning sail, lovely.
So we are trying to go this way, but we can't sail that way because the wind's coming from that way now. So we're going to go down here and then up there. And hopefully if the wind stays sort of like that, we'll be able to get there under sail. And before you say it, yes, the lines do not look super neat in their piles. All of my navy instincts make me want to sort of curl them up and coil them up beautifully, but unfortunately in a sailboat that puts in twists, which we can't have because it causes damage. So they have to look a little bit messy, against my better judgment. And the wind is dying on us again. It's down to 4 knots of wind. We're still making headway. Let's see how this goes. Maybe we'll have more luck with fishing than we have with sailing today. What's going on?
I'm fishing at about 1 knot of trolling speed.
A few more gusts have come through, so we've got the sails up again. We're really trying. The engine's off. It could be a very long day if we keep making good only 1 knot, but at least we're moving. That's right, the wind is back. 7.5 knots of true wind, boat speed of about 4.5. Not quite in the direction we want to go, but it's generally heading towards that direction, so this is good. This is much better.
That sounds more promising.
Al's inside listening to his footy team
Kel's
demolish another team.
Yes, demolish. Kel's found us some more wind. Well, we made it. A bit more motoring than we wanted. We're at Kekova Limani, which is the anchorage that we really like at the eastern end of Kekova Roads. It is just such a beautiful day today.
And it's us at anchor for a day of some swimming, maybe a spearfish this evening, and then tomorrow morning we're going to head off and continue our track west. Oh, that's better. It's beautiful in here.
Yeah. New most painful thing ever in my life, ever. Oh, that lionfish is going to taste so good. Because he got me on the thumb, little tail whip. I've just had to swim 40 minutes back to the boat. Oh, it is definitely the most painful thing I've ever experienced ever. Cal's getting me some hot water to hopefully break down the venom a bit quicker. Then ice, ibuprofen.
Do you want to see the offender?
Oh.
I'll show you the offender. There he is. He's a big one. Unfortunately, it sounds really painful and there isn't a huge amount we can do. We've got some hot water going. He's got to put his hand in hot water to break up the venom. And then we ice it and painkillers, but that's about all we can do, unfortunately.
Cost of doing business, but certainly the most painful thing I've ever experienced. Oof. Ow. The hot water is supposed to break down the lionfish venom. Now it's been an hour since I got stung. I would have thought that that was too long, but it's actually providing a lot of relief as well.
But check out the evening, it's beautiful. Except for the really noisy jet skis and stuff. I think we've figured out that we're here on a weekend and last time we weren't, so that's why they're here. Don't come here on a weekend. But they're all starting to leave and it's really, really peaceful.
Highlight of my night, I think the Coast Guard's pulling over an unlit jet ski. Yes! Whilst there's zero discomfort in my thumb after yesterday, it's still really swollen, so it's really strange because it feels super fat with no pain, no feeling at all. It's almost like it's been anaesthetised.
This morning we're moving from an anchorage in Kekova and trying to get around to Cash. It's about 25 nautical miles and the wind is largely against us, but we've started a little bit early as the wind doesn't pick up till this afternoon. So fingers crossed we can get around. I'm not sure we'll get much sailing in. Could be a lot of motoring, but there you go. The wind has just picked up. We're about 6.5 knots and it has come around from the south. So we're going to give a sailing a crack. I'm not sure how long this will last, so we have to make the most of this opportunity. We're sailing, engines are off. It's that beautiful sound when the engines stop. And also there's boats around us that are not sailing. They're going a lot faster than us, but it's nice to be sailing today.
Just untwisting the halyard, which we do a couple of times after we send out the mainmast, because we've got a pulley 2-to-1 system and we do it on the winch. It has a propensity to put really bad twists in the halyard and they're very hard to get out if they build up over time. So every time you try and work them through just to get them out. No, I lost it.
Oh no. We had a bite. We had a fish on, but we lost it. What happened?
Ah, looks like my knot came undone.
Al made me feel sorry for him, so I made lunch. Today we have a Greek salad with some leftover chopped chicken on top. How is it?
Thanks, sweetie. Sorry about that. I owe you lots of lunches.
How many lunches do you owe me?
Lots.
Wind's picked up to 10 knots. All of our solar panels are getting full charge. The batteries are topped up. And we just had to turn the water maker off because all of our tanks are full. So life's really good today. Turkey? Greece. Greece. Greece, Greece. Turkey, Turkey, Turkey. It is also incredibly close, like a stone throw away. We are back in Cash. We were here 2 weeks ago and loved it, so we thought we'd stop here on the way back. Today, it's Elle's turn to drive and my turn to swim. Elle's style to driving is a little bit different to mine, but we made it. We've only got a few cuts and a little bit of blood, because those reefs out there are sharp, those rocks are sharp, but good, all good. We're safely in one of our favourite towns.
That was my first drive for a med-moor anchoring. And yeah, my main observation is it's very hard to get the distance from the rocks right. So first time, way too close. Second time, way too far.
You were just making me swim further, weren't you? You were just making me swim further.
It was quite a big swim. The boot topping on our dinghy was looking a bit sad. So it's just getting a scrub. It's looking way better.
And we're discussing the most important thing of the day. Who's on catering?
My thumb's still sore. Ow. Ow.
Let me guess, it's going to be sore every lunchtime.
I've got a thumb owie.
I guess I'm uncooking today. Like getting your dinghy to shore is a real pain in the butt. There are sandbars everywhere. You've pretty much got to bring it in to about 50 metres offshore, jump out, pull the motor up, push it across the sandbar and then keep going. It's a pain. Visually a pain.